Is Alex Caruso the missing piece to the puzzle? The Chicago Bulls finally got back to the playoffs in the 2021-22 season after 4 years. The one super team has been a shadow of itself since they last went to the NBA Finals in the 1997-98 season, and this was when the Michael Jordan-led team won their last championship. Thanks to a major rebuilding earlier in the season that saw the Bulls get power forward DeMar DeRozan, point guard Lonzo Ball, and another point guard Alex Caruso, they're finally looking like a good team. All three of them have been excellent so far this season for the Chicago Bulls, leading the team to an impressive 46-36, their best record since the 2014-2015 season, plus also clinching the playoffs after being 6th in the Eastern Conference. But despite their impressive stats and new additions this season, there seems to be an unsung hero who, despite not being their best scorer, has played a crucial role in their transformation so far. Does Alex Caruso deserve that much credit? Is he the missing puzzle that the Bulls have been looking for? Do you care to find out? Then stay with us to get the answers to these questions. Taking a look at the career of the 28-year-old point guard who was dubbed the Ball Mamba, one will find out that he never had it easy. After his 4-year career of college basketball in which he finished as Texas A&M Aggies' all-time leader in assists and steals, he was also named in the SEC All-Defensive Team and second-team All-SEC. But unfortunately, he went undrafted in the 2016 NBA Draft. Alex Caruso then joined the Philadelphia 76ers Summer League team and later the Oklahoma City Thunder's training camp, where he was waived before he now joined the Oklahoma City Blue of the NBA Development League. His impressive performance in the D-League earned him a spot in the Los Angeles Lakers 2017 Summer League team, where he later earned a two-way contract, becoming the first player to go straight to the NBA from the Development League. Caruso signed a two-way contract with the Lakers after another impressive performance in the 2018 NBA Summer League before eventually signing a permanent 2-year contract worth $5.5 million with the Lakers in 2019. Despite the Lakers having too many point guards, Alex Caruso fought his way onto a starting spot and did start in the deciding game of the 2020 NBA Finals, where he had 4 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. However, the point guard isn't known for his scoring abilities nor being good at the rim for rebounds. Despite averaging 6.5 points, 2.8 assists, and 2.3 rebounds in the Lakers' title-winning series, leaving many to wonder why did he start alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the finals? The answer is quite visible to anyone who has seen Caruso play. The 6'5" player was consistently one of the Lakers' best defenders, forcing opponents' errors and turnovers. He was always locked into every defensive possession. More so, he was good at snatching steals. His work ethic on the defensive ends was great, holding opponents that he guards to 44.4% shooting from the field and 35.8% from the three-point line, so while his efforts might not resonate in his stats, they sure helped the team win. When asked recently about his role, Alex Caruso said, "The stuff I do is not always glamorous, it's stuff that wins basketball games. That's what I love doing, winning." After his contract ended, he became an unrestricted free agent, and it was reported that Caruso was so important to the Lakers that LeBron James badly wanted him back with the Lakers, but the Lakers refused to re-sign the guard because of luxury tax concerns. The Chicago Bulls later acquired Caruso as a free agent, and he signed a 4-year, $37 million contract with them on August 10, 2021. But going into the season, the Bulls' defensive woes were called into question given that they struggled in the season before against opposing ball handlers, so they needed players who could wreak havoc on the perimeter, and surprisingly, Caruso has been the solution. More so, most of their stars on the roster, like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic, are not exactly good defenders, hence the need for better defenders if they were going to qualify for the playoffs. As expected, Caruso's introduction to the team has been a success to their defensive issues, and his partnership with Lonzo Ball, who they also added through free agency, has helped strengthen their defense. Despite joining a team that finished bottom of the NBA defensive rating, Caruso has turned things around for the Chicago Bulls. With Caruso on the floor in the first 4 games of the season, the Chicago Bulls were forging 19.5 turnovers compared to the 12.7 turnovers per game they had in the 2020-21 season. He was also leading the league in deflections per game, 4.8, and was second in steals per game, 3.3, while averaging 27.5 minutes after 4 games. His fellow teammate Lonzo Ball had this to say about him after he joined the Chicago Bulls. "He brings a winning mentality to the team first and foremost as a champion, and he also brings that toughness, that grit, and he's going to do all the little things," Ball said. "AC is the perfect teammate. Anybody would love to play with him. He's going to put the team first, and I know he's definitely going to be appreciated in Chicago." Caruso has proven to be a highly disruptive defender and stays on his man and prevents points. He has proven to be excellent at shutting players down and blocking shots. More so, his performance has been consistent this season. Despite averaging 28 minutes per game, he is second on the Bulls' list of steals at 1.7 steals per game. Earlier in the season, the Chicago Bulls head coach spoke about the impact of Caruso on the Bulls since joining the team. I think people that watch him or watch us play can see the value he brings as you watch him and look at it. I get a lot of times the headlines are going to be, who was the leading scorer, or how many points did this guy score, or who had this and who had that. And a lot of times you're not going to necessarily look at the guy that, oh, this guy got 5 deflections, he got 4 steals, this guy got 6 rebounds. A lot of it is not necessarily stuff that maybe is talked about a whole lot. He continues, it's like the game against the Lakers. I don't know what he took, 1 shot, no shots, and he still impacts the game without scoring, Donovan said. He guards a lot of really good players. He gets rebounds, he gets steals, he gets deflections, he's in the right spot, he breaks up plays, he keeps plays alive. A lot of the stuff he does, it's hard to equate how valuable it is because a lot of times you don't get a lot of recognition for that stuff. His impact on the game is so significant he often puts up stats without actually scoring even a single point, and a perfect example was a match against the Lakers where he posted a plus-minus of +28 without scoring. Alex Caruso sits first on the NBA charges drawn per game list for the 2021-22 season, and his impact can be seen in the Bulls' defensive ranking this year in the Eastern Conference. Caruso is regarded as one of the best in the league at defending at the point of attack, an area head coach Billy Donovan said the Bulls' guards struggled with in the 2020-21 season. Following the Caruso's wrist injury against the Milwaukee Bucks on January 21st, the Bulls are 11-10 with a 116.8 defensive rating, which is proof how important Caruso is to the Bulls. In his 775 minutes on the court in 2021-22, Chicago's defensive rating is a puny 102. It's 114.4 with him on the bench. In just one season, Alex Caruso is already having a transformative impact on the Bulls' defensive team. It is even more impressive knowing that he's doing it in a league where most teams prefer defenders like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Rudy Gobert, Draymond Green, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid are big men, and Caruso is just a 6'4" guard. He is so important to the Chicago Bulls that, if they're going to be regarded as a champion-level team, they're going to need a direct answer to the pick-and-roll offense and the open shots it creates. And that answer presently is Alex Caruso. He has played 41 games this regular season, and he has averaged 7.4 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Caruso's influence on the Chicago Bulls defense this season is visible in a way he communicates with his teammates, anticipating pinned-down screens and calling out switches when necessary. They are vulnerable on the perimeter without Caruso around. DeMar DeRozan has heaped praises on the 28-year-old's point guard, saying, "He's one of the highest IQ players I've played with since I've been in the game. Just to have somebody with that natural IQ out there on the court, it's going to make things so much easier for you offensively and defensively." Following their Game 2 win over the Milwaukee Bucks, DeMar DeRozan also admitted Caruso's importance to the team. "He's the anchor to our defense. He brings the intensity. I told him not too long ago I lean on him for his energy defensively, just him being vocal. He's a leader when it comes to that. Gets me going sometimes, even if he's not talking to me directly. When he's speaking, there's a lot that I take from it. Try to take on that challenge, especially when you see him going out there and competing against whoever it is, if it's Giannis, Rue, whoever it is. You just want to match that same intensity as him." Alex Caruso doesn't win games, but he sure closes them. The Chicago Bulls' seasons, however, got derailed after their stars like Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, and even Caruso suffered injuries during their playoff games against the Milwaukee Bucks and consequently crashed out. However, head coach Billy Donovan said that going forward, Caruso will now be a permanent part of the team's starting lineup. Therefore, if the Chicago Bulls have all their players healthy next season, Alex Caruso might just be the missing puzzle that makes them a championship contender. Do you think the Chicago Bulls could contend for a championship next season? Do you think Alex Caruso is the missing piece that makes the Bulls a threat? Let us know what you think in the comments section. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe, as you don't want to miss out on any exciting NBA scoop.